It's Ra's custom to leave behind the instrument of death as a memorial to honor the fallen. Oliver Queen is dead.
Together, we are gonna take over the Blades.
I don't know what happens next.
Hey YouTubers, what's up? This video is going to be a breakdown of the Arrow footage, but there's also been a bunch of news about The Flash and Arrow that they just released at a big TCA's panel, including new spin-off shows, what's going to be happening. They confirmed renewals, Arrow Season 4 and The Flash Season 2. So I'll explain all that after the Arrow footage. So starting off, this is just like the Flash trailer I posted yesterday. It only covers episode 10, but it sets up the next mini story arc. Oliver's gone, so evil rises in the Glades. Primarily in the form of Vinnie Jones here, who's playing Brick from the comics. He's going to be a lot of fun. He's always fun when he plays like these ridiculous comic book characters. On the show, he's going to be more of like an enterprising gang leader like Vertigo at the beginning of the season. I know everyone's wondering where he went. Yeah, he'll be back. Vertigo is coming back to the show. He's going to be part of Laurel's Black Canary arc. I don't know how that's going to play out, but Vinnie Jones here is going to be the first big villain that the new Team Arrow, or the slightly modified Team Arrow, is going to have to defeat. Team Arrow is changing a little. They lost Oliver, but they're gaining Laurel. I think that Brandon Routh will help out, and I think, indirectly, Merlin is going to help them. He's not going to, go fight with them. He's not going to pal around with them, but he's training Thea, and I think that Thea is going to help out too, on her own, like off on the side. Vinnie Jones is going to be like the next real villain. So when you're thinking of bad guys on the show, think more about Vinnie Jones and Vertigo. We do see Oliver in the trailer. They extended the scene, like of him on the mountaintop, this person carrying the body to the door. I had a theory that I think I mentioned in my episode 9 video that Merlin was going to be the one carrying him away. We actually see Merlin in this scene here in the Arrow Cave placing the sword on the table. But giant asterisk, if Merlin comes back to Starling with the sword, that means that someone else has to take care of Oliver back in this place. I think that's probably Maceo. I wouldn't be surprised if Nyssa helps out somehow too. That'll all play out eventually over the course of the season. Like they'll answer that question definitively. I think we really all just want to know what's behind that door. I did post a theory video a little while ago about Merlin being one of the new potential heroes of the back half of the season. I don't think he's going to be a White Knight type of hero, but I think that by saving Oliver, like rescuing him off this mountaintop, qualifies. I think a lot of people were confused by what I meant when I said that Merlin's going to be one of the new heroes. I did say regardless, I think he's going to be evil by the end of the season again, like the traditional Merlin that you're used to, but in the short term, he's going to be a lot more helpful than he is hurtful. And when I say that he's still going to be Merlin, but if he's helping train Thea, and Thea helps take down criminals, then by default you could consider him a good person. Like the real twist though is what is he going to do at the end of the season to switch back? It's like you shake up all the characters during the season, and then you have to reset them by the end. So like, Oliver for instance, right now, we think he's dead. They have to restore him by the end of the season. Merlin, on the other hand, acting unusually helpful, they also have to reset him by the end of the season so that he is back at odds with Oliver, so that they're both back at each other's throats. Even though Ra's al Ghul is the biggest humanoid villain in the DC universe, I think that Merlin is always going to be Oliver's biggest villain. Mark Guggenheim said something really interesting recently where he talked about the way Arrow treats its comic book characters. He said that there's a lot of people from the comics that he thinks were done poorly that Arrow does better versions of. And I think Merlin's an example of that. Like a character who's really interesting in the comics, who wasn't executed in the best possible way. So when it came time for Arrow to do his character, they tried to do it the way they thought it should be done. I think what they're doing with his character is amazing. Captain Jack and Merlin, ride or die. Although technically they can't die. Moving on to next, more obvious hero, Ray Palmer. So he's going to be testing out his Atom suit in the next couple of episodes. I don't think we'll actually see like the full-on real deal Atom suit like working till much later in the season, but we will see pieces of it before then. He's going to be one of the new White Knight heroes. The real big news though at the TCAs was that they are working on an Atom spin-off show. I think, some people won't be surprised by that. The CW is developing a couple new spin-off shows, and the Atom is just going to be like one of the first ones. They didn't say when it's going to air, they just said that they're working on it. So it could be the end of this year, it could be next year. They'll probably have some more news about that at Comic-Con this summer. Like usually Comic-Con is when they make big reveals like that. I'm always interested by the way things behind the scenes change, like the way their plans change over time. Initially, he was supposed to be the Blue Beetle character. They couldn't do that, so they made him the Atom. Originally, they wanted him to go on The Flash in Season 2, just because the Ray Palmer character naturally fits in with that Star Labs crowd because of his tech background. Cut to now, they're even changing it in a bigger way, turning it into its own show. So if you're confused as to like why all these sudden new shows are just like coming all over the place, there's this big thing going on at the CW behind the scenes. It has to do with the way that they program their channel. So the CW is dependent upon affiliates to carry its programming, like channels all over the United States. Like that's where it gets its ratings from. It's where it gets its audience. There was some financial news a little while ago that the deal the CW has with its affiliates, like the contract it has, is up for renewal. And the affiliates aren't super happy with the programming the CW has right now, or they weren't happy before Arrow and The Flash came along. It just, they felt that the CW was too niche and serving too much of a female audience and just wasn't broad enough. Like they needed something broader, which means airing more shows that males ages 18 to 34 watch. That sounds kind of technical, but the takeaway is more male-driven superhero shows, which is why you're hearing about an Atom spin-off show. So just in general, in the next couple of years, you'll see like a ton more superhero shows from the CW, which is why I think that they did not pick up the Supergirl show, why that went to CBS, because it's a female-driven superhero show, and they want more male-driven superhero shows. That's just speculation about them passing on Supergirl. So the next big news that they announced were crossovers. That's totally going to be a yearly thing. It's totally going to happen before the mid-season finale, just like it did this year. The extra little bit, though, is the Supergirl news. So Supergirl will cross over with the other shows. There's a rumor that it's actually inside Greg Berlanti's contract with CBS, which I think is kind of funny. Like, there's something that says, you have to let me allow this Supergirl show to cross over with these other networks' shows. I think that's better for everyone at the end of the day, though. It just makes things easier for the producers behind the scenes to do things that they want to do. Moving along, Tom Cavanaugh made a big Flash revelation. So I'll just say general spoiler warning for Harrison Wells' character. It's not really technically spoilery, but I'm just going to say it just in case. I'll put this spoiler tag up for a second. Here we go. Okay, so Tom Cavanaugh said, I am the Reverse Flash. What he did not say is which version of the Reverse Flash he is. They're going to answer that question before the end of the season, but here's what I think is going on. And I think I said this in my Reverse Flash video, or my episode 9 video. Harrison Wells is both of these people here in this bubble. There's two people, two distinct people. One of them is just a future version of Harrison Wells, and they're working together. Otherwise, how would he have gotten this device? The showrunner, Andrew Kreisberg, also confirmed Eddie Thawne totally connected to the Reverse Flash lineage, to the lore from the comics. He didn't say how, but also, here's what I think is going on with that. I think Eddie Thawne is the originator of the Reverse Flash lineage, and Harrison Wells' character is his descendant. Harrison Wells is like from the far future, Eddie Thawne is from present day. So I think at some point this season, we will see Eddie Thawne become the Reverse Flash. I think that's going to be like the big reveal. It's really clear Harrison Wells wants Barry Allen to achieve his potential as the Flash. The question is why. You know, when you look at these Gideon scenes, you can see he's clearly trying to achieve some specific future outcome. So we really need to think about what Harrison Wells wants to happen in the future. And for those that are asking, I think some of you guys picked up on this already. Morena Baccarin is actually the voice of Gideon. Remember, she just came on Gotham as a comic book character. Most people remember her from Firefly, though. There's also a new show called Vixen that's debuting. It's a new character. It's going to be animated. It'll be inside the Arrowverse. Oliver Queen and Barry Allen will totally show up on it. Like, they'll totally have cameos. And I would expect that Grant Gustin and Stephen Amell will do their voices on the show. But it'll be animated. Mark Guggenheim, the showrunner on Arrow, is going to oversee it. It'll be part of the CW Seed programming, so it'll be a digital show. It won't be on air. It won't be on TV. She'll have real deal powers, though. She'll have superpowers. It'll be kind of like Animal Man. She'll find a totem that'll give her the power to take animals' abilities, one animal at a time. So here's my big question for you guys. What from all this news are you most excited about? You know, Flash Season 2, Arrow Season 4, new spin-off shows. I feel like I'm going to have to hire a couple assistants to help me handle all the new videos for these new comic book shows that I'm going to have to be doing this fall. I'm actually not joking about that part. At a certain point, I will need a lot of help. So big stuff happening tomorrow. So in addition to a new Gotham episode, there's going to be a new Avengers Age of Ultron trailer. I'll be posting that Monday night, so be sure to subscribe to get it. I am expecting there to be new footage. It's a little early, but what I'm really hoping is that we get to see footage of the Vision. So while you guys wait for that, you can click here for my Flash trailer video that I posted yesterday, and you can click here to learn about what's happening on the next couple of episodes of Arrow. Thank you so much for watching, so let's all high five. I'll see you guys tomorrow.